Well, I thought I'd give you all a little update on the Trapout. And looky what we got. My queen. That is the marked queen that came with the bait hive. She's looking pretty good. Looking bigger than I remember, actually. But she's on the inner cover. The goofball. When I pulled the cover off, the bees kind of, they were kind of running around up here real frantically. I thought, man, I wonder if the queen's on the cover. I didn't see her. But then I've moved boxes back and forth a couple times, so there's a chance that she crawled up into the second deep, and they ended up on the inner cover here. So I'm going to try to knock her off, but hopefully she'll kind of figure it out herself. Going down inside the hive, but she seems pretty happy up here actually on the cover. So she's got me worried. I always get nervous when my queen's out here like this, which shouldn't be. Come on, tits. Let's find some security. One. All over that edge. All over that edge. Down into the hive. There you go. Okay. Yeah, she's gone now. She went down inside the box. But anyway, speaking of the second deep, let me show you how it's going. The Trapout is going very well. Very, very well in my opinion. So much so that I would like to do more of these, I do believe. Showed up, it's been no more than 2 weeks. And this box is just hopping with bees. I told you all when I first set it up that I could tell by the activity this is a big colony, very busy. There's no doubt about that. They have started pulling combs in the bottom box quite a bit, and have them all filled out. They're bringing in honey. They're pulling new wax, and so I've added a second deep with mostly drawn combs, but a couple of starter strips, so they can do it themselves if they want to. But I don't really see any activity on the tree. I see every now and then I'll see one bee crawl out of the cone. Actually, to be honest with you, I only saw one ever. When I showed up, I saw one crawling around inside the cone. But I don't see any necessarily down there on the ground. I see a couple bees crawling down near the base of the cone, like maybe they're still trying to get in, but I think they're just scouts more than anything at this point. I don't see, looking through the screen, I don't see anybody in there trying to find their way out or do anything like that. So I really think I got them already. I'm going to leave it for a couple more days just to be conservative, just to make sure. And then I'll come over here with some expanding foam and we'll stuff that cavity up. But yeah, that's awesome. I certainly like the Trapout when it works. I like the Trapout a heck of a lot faster than doing a removal. Especially when they're close like this. I was able to come over here and check on it a couple times, but this was a good learning experience because this was one that was close by. I had to make a couple trips to get it all set up the way I wanted, but knowing what I've done now, I know that I could come back and I could set it all up in the first trip, or maybe the second trip, if I have to, if I don't have enough screen or something the first time. But anyway, looks like it's going really good. The bees are pretty docile. I suited up just because there are entrance holes down there near the ground and they're flying in and out around my legs. And the last couple times I worked on them, I got stung on my legs. So I went ahead and suited up, but I don't really know that I needed to. But yeah, man, busy. This is the upper deep, which right now has no brood or honey, and I just put it on, and you can see how busy they are crawling all through it. So they're happy to have the space. I actually picked through the bottom box and found a couple of swarm cells. So they moved into this box over the course of the last 10 days, and they're already thinking they need to swarm because they're crowded in that bottom box. So I tell y'all, don't cut out swarm cells. I did this time. I think they were doing it just because they were so crowded. So I'm hoping that giving them this extra space, they won't swarm on me. But you know what? I guess if they do, they do. But I did find eggs, so even if they do decide to swarm, they've got eggs in there they can pull new swarm cells. So the ones I cut out is not really a loss. But again, hopefully they don't. And yeah, I like it. So I'm gonna leave it here for now for a couple more days, just to be, like I said, to be conservative. And then I'll come over here and I'll take the screen off and stuff the cavity, and we'll call it done. But I like that a lot. This was very, very low stress, low effort. The only reason I'm sweating is because this darn suit's so hot.